You may think you know the meaning of words like disinterested, enormity, crapulous, ingenuous, and toothsome. But you might find that these words have misled you because they sound like they mean something different from what they actually do. Do keep watching to see what the words really mean. But first, if you haven't already, do subscribe to The English Nut on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you. Have you come across words that sound like they should mean one thing, but in reality mean something else entirely? Such words may trick you into using them incorrectly based on your wrong assumption about their meaning. So one has to be careful with them. Let's have a look at some of these tricky words. What do you think enormity means? When I first came across it, I was confident that like enormous, it referred to great size. But while people do use it in that sense, the word has a more specific meaning. It refers to great wickedness, something outrageous, heinous, or atrocious. The enormity of the Nazi actions against the Jews is hard to grasp. Do you think disinterested means bored? It doesn't, but sometimes we use the word disinterested when we mean uninterested. Uninterested means you're not interested in something. Disinterested means you are unbiased. The accused hoped that a disinterested judge would preside over his trial. Crapulous sounds like a fancy way to say crappy, but it isn't. Crapulous means given to excessive drinking or eating. You can use the word to describe either the person who overindulges or the feeling you get as a result of overindulging. The morning after the party, she woke up feeling crapulous. The crapulous guest proved to be an embarrassment for the host. Hoodwink has nothing to do with winking. It means to deceive or cheat. Its original meaning was to cover someone's eyes with a hood so that they could not see. That is to blindfold someone. Today, to wink means to shut one eye briefly, but back in the day, winking meant to shut both eyes. Don't let the ad hoodwink you into buying this substandard product. She hoodwinked us into signing the agreement. Infinitesimal might sound like infinite, but it does not mean something boundlessly big. On the contrary, it means something very small. Tiny and minuscule are words with meanings similar to infinitesimal. The thermometer is so sensitive, it registers even an infinitesimal change in temperature. I used to get confused by this word. Flammable means something that can be easily set fire to, like dry wood. Inflammable sounds like the opposite of that. So it should mean something that's not easily set fire to, right? Wrong. Inflammable has the same meaning as flammable. You may have seen fuel tankers with the word inflammable written on them. The in inflammable does not mean un, but is used like the N in enraged. Petrol is highly inflammable, so just one spark can set this tanker on fire. It's easy to confuse ingenuous with ingenious, but the two words have completely different meanings. Ingenious means clever, original, and inventive. He came up with an ingenious device that cuts air pollution by half. Ingenuous means innocent, sincere, trusting. Someone who cannot hide his true feelings is described as ingenuous. He seems too ingenuous to be a successful lawyer. She looked at him with ingenuous eyes. Restive sounds like it means restful or calm, doesn't it? But it means restless, fidgety, uneasy, impatient, or on edge. It can also mean hard to control. The children became restive as they waited for the play to begin. As the traffic jam got worse, the driver grew restive. Suffrage has nothing to do with suffering. Suffrage is the right to vote in an election. The women's suffrage movement took place in the 19th and 20th centuries to get women the right to vote. Before that, women could not vote in most countries. In Switzerland, women gained the right to vote in federal elections as late as 1971. Here's how you can use the word in sentences. Universal suffrage is the basis of social equality. As a citizen, it is your duty to exercise your right of suffrage. The word toothsome does not describe someone with prominent teeth. Toothsome means delicious, agreeable, or attractive. You could say, I could not resist the toothsome snacks that were being served. Toothsome doesn't always refer to food though. It can be used informally to describe an attractive person too. The toothsome heroine made the film a hit. Votary does not refer to a voter or a vote bank. In fact, it has nothing to do with elections. A votary is a devout worshipper or a devoted admirer. The former meaning is religious in nature. It is about someone like a monk or a nun who is bound by solemn religious vows. But the word is often used in the latter secular sense to describe an enthusiast of something. Gandhi was a votary of non-violence. Like many other Indians, she was a votary of cricket. That was my list of 11 words that sound like they mean something other than what they really mean. Do you know other words like that? Do write them in the comments section. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.